Okay, this video tutorial looks at the mathematical strand of measurement, and we are going to focus our understanding on Simpsons rule. So Simpsons rule is basically a formula that we can use to determine the area of an irregular shape. And you can see that the formula is given in this green box here, where A equals W over 3 multiplied by bracket L0 plus 4L1 plus L2. And we can see on the diagram what L0, L1 and L2 are. We can also see that W is actually half of our width. Okay, so half of the width of the shape. And not only that, but it also gives us descriptions here, okay, of what L's, O, L1 and L2 are. So please make a note of that because we're going to use those very soon. So we talked about in our previous slide with the formula of LO, L1 and L2 being the different lengths of our irregular shape. Now if we want to be more accurate with the area of our irregular shape, basically what that means is we need more lengths. Okay, so the more lengths you can do, which obviously would equate to a smaller width, the more accurate you're going to be. And that's eventually going to give you a formula like this, okay, where we've got multiple lengths. All right. An example of being more accurate is using the same or similar shape to what we had before here with our blue and green. Okay, you can see not only have we got LO, L1 and L2, but we've also broken it into L3 and L4. And what that's meant is that our width is now not half, all right, but it's in fact a quarter. So W represents a quarter of the total width. Okay, so here are some practice questions that I would like you to have a go at using our formula for Simpsons rule to find the area of these irregular shapes. That would be great. Do remember that you can have an L value of 0, so keep that in mind for this question here. You might have an L2 value of 0, and that is okay. All right. And again, for the bottom shape, you might be using an extended formula, so maybe from our second slide that we looked at. Okay, so here are some answers and the working out. Hopefully for our first shape you would have realized that there were 3 lengths, okay, L0, L1 and L2, so I'm currently talking about question A here. You would have just substituted the values in and got an answer of 60 centimeters squared. All right, for our second question, so I'm now talking about B. Notice that I mentioned that one of the lengths might be a 0. That was in fact L2. All right, you should have just inputted your values and got your answer of 186 meters squared. And for our last question, all right, we were looking at using a different formula, okay, from our second slide, where we've got multiple lengths. And again, we just substitute our values in. Obviously, there was no length for our last, or length 6, so no value. And that should have given you an answer of 200 meters squared.